Otherwise, it's a waste of my time. And waste of yours. I don't like to waste people's time. Come on. There it is. Testing, testing. Perfect. Alright. Right now, I don't really have a good way of... Actually, I do. Hold on. Let me get things up a little better. I gotta make sure this is muted, but... Hey, what a blue. Yeah, I'm testing, but I'm mostly gonna do a little stream tonight. Just a bomber crew, a little game. Because we didn't post anything technically, what was it, yesterday? So, I was supposed to take care of that, so that's what I'm doing. It's a little late, but it's because I couldn't figure out what to play. Sweet. Alright. Bomber Crew is basically this little game where you have to control a bunch of people who are on the left here inside this bomber, this World War II era, and go complete an objective. Currently I'm going to go destroy a ammo storage, so I'm going to click on the pilot and I'm going to tell him to take off. It's a little quiet, I'll turn it up a little bit. Oh, music can't be on. Effects can be up though. And basically I have to use this little scope radar to like mark things like directions and things like that. It's a little late. Alright, relax. This is about the time I'd be going to bed, so it's not terribly late. Corey went to bed hours ago though, so it's way late for him, not so much for me. So each person on the plane kind of has their own like ability and their own kind of like set of skills. So like the pilot, obviously he's supposed to pilot the plane. I have an engineer who's going to repair things as needed. He's also going to be a gunner, which is his primary objective. We have a bomber up here. He's also going to kind of be doing his thing. He's going to be mainly bombing. There's enemy fighters on radar, and also we have a new heading. The gunners are for gunning. I usually have the medic if anybody goes down. So I have to mark the targets actually. I should get R6. I bet I'm good with keyboard and mouse. I'm a lot better with a lot of games that are keyboard and mouse than a freaking controller. Corey can't play a single game. Well, he can. He can't play a whole lot of games on a freaking PC without a controller. So that's him though. I do have to be semi-quiet just because my parents are sleeping. That's how it be. Can't really do too much about that. So, and there's big holes in like the doors here because you can't upgrade the plane to have little guns in the front. I did that in my last run through this kind of game. I didn't beat it. I just kind of went through and did a few things and I thought I was gonna load it up. Is it? I freaking bet it is, dog. I bet it's so much easier to flick and get accurate flicks instead of like freaking just throwing your stick one way and then waiting for it to catch up and then having to stop before it's too late. But or not doing it fast enough because you know DPI you can actually change. I know you can change sensitivity with key or controller, but it's not so. I don't feel like you're ever as in touch. That's always how I've felt between a PC and a controller. PC, I always feel like I'm a whole lot more. The game is loud. I should turn it down a little. Okay, I'll turn it down to like here. PC, I've always felt like I'm a little bit more in touch with things. Controller, it's just kind of, it's there. It's simplistic. You don't have a ton of crap in front of you, and you have to know what you have to do things. But at the same time, I mean, shoot, it is what it is. Is that better, Blue? It also shouldn't be lagging. Let me know if it does that. I'm using a different thing than what I usually record with. So I'm using a different software to actually stream. because when I tried to stream with my recording software, it had an absolute freaking fit and was doing like 3 frames a second. So release those, close up the doors, turn around and head back. Oh, there's some photography. Oh yeah, because this is the tutorial. This is like the first mission for the United States side. There's the United States and okay, good. There's the United States and there's also like the Royal Air Force with the British, whatever you want to call them. But good. And this live stream should be able to go frickin' 1080p 60 frames, which is good because it should be doing that. And I'm in and out of tab, and I'm sorry, but I wanted to make sure of that. We're gonna take a photo here, and then we're gonna RTB back to base. We'll take a little bit of fire. If I really cared, I could probably go up a little bit, but if you go up too high, you don't get good photos. If you go too low, you don't really get... You get a lot of hits against your plane, but you don't get... You do get better photos, that's what I'm trying to say. And if you're looking for example of the old software to the new software, freaking the SnowRunner stream that I did a freaking week ago, I think. It was bad. It's a fun game though. It was bad. And it's nothing to do with like load on my PC, because it, no matter what I did, I could have turned it down to freaking 40 frame or 480p at 60 frames and it would still, even at 30 frames, it would have still just thrown a fit. I wasn't having a good time, so I mean, I can't really do too much about that, but this seems to have been doing better. I don't know if they're how they do it. I'm not completely a nerd about how everything works for live stream, but I'm doing a little better. Dude, I'll play with you if you get that game. Freaking, it's a good game. Those are some of the games that, like, freaking Corey won't play freaking SnowRunner because he sees it as a freaking vehicle game that's not cool. It's whatever. It's his opinion. I mean, there's quite a few games like that though. I think that we're quite different in the set of like games that we may like overall. Or specifically, overall we like very similar games. But, yeah. Sorry if I'm not making complete sentences right away, but you know, it is 3 a.m. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that. Dude, I had to wait 5 weeks for my unemployment. Freaking sucked. I was coasting on my savings for so long. Oh. We haven't had any problems on the inside. Okay, we're not. That's good. I also have a med bay in here, so I could take someone like freaking this dude if he was really hurt and put him in here. He is my radar guy though, so I kind of want to keep him there until we get out of the clear, which I think we did, because usually when this little button pops up here, you're usually out of the clear, in the clear. We're gonna mark the runway. That's the one thing that's weird about this game, is like you mark everything and you tell your people to do everything, but like other than like marking and telling them to do things, you don't really have much else to do. It's a lot of click this, click that, get it done. We'll speed it up just because I'm not trying to be here forever. We'll probably run 3 or 4 missions, including this one. I might call it a night. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. So, and then this is my mission results, and it'll show me money and basically like experience. Yeah, so you're able to bail out. So if you like wanted to try to save your people the best you could, and like your plane's going down, it's sometimes better to bail out because they might die in the crash. Yeah, you can. You can also emergency land in the other options that were there. I don't remember them. They'll return. Some can go MIA, some can go KIA. A lot of times if that happens, you've crashed or stuff like that. But you can return with people who are dead in your plane. It's just how it is. I've returned with like freaking 3 gunners dead and my plane shredded to pieces, but you know, it happens. So also, this game goes really good in depth for crew. So you can actually give them like flight suits. They have full presets, so you can select what you want. But you have flight suits, so you can come in here and go, okay, I want the basic khakis or thermal tubes. I'm running these. That little notebook right here is because I bought a specialty pack, so it's like the secret weapons or something like that. I bought the season pass for this game just because I thought it was cool and it was freaking cheap. I was like, shoot, man, I might as well. You know what? Finger wool gloves be good for this dude because he needs to be fast. My engineer needs to be the fastest person out of all of them. He actually needs to have the least amount of armor too because he's gonna be running back and forth between the plane when we start getting into real trouble. The bomber, I'm gonna have him actually go ahead and be a gunner as a secondary too, as a secondary skill. So you can do skills, you can do equipment, then your aircraft. You can actually change the color of it and change like the art. And you can put different text on the side and have it black, white, yellow, red. You can have different engines. You have to unlock them through the experience, though. You can also have different guns, which you have to unlock them through the experience. So on and so forth. I'll probably go for engine extinguishers, just so if one of my engines catch on fire, I don't have to jump out of plane. Because they will literally, if you have an engine catch on fire and you don't have one of these systems, you have to go and grab, where is it, equipment. You have to go to your fire extinguisher. You have to then go to basically, go to like this guy. There's a thing right behind this that's a little hatch, and he'll flip it out, and you'll literally have to have the dude jump out the plane and crawl on the wing to put out a fire. It's really interesting. So you can see how you can have a cheek left gun and have it there, or a cheek right gun and have it there. I don't think it's necessarily useful. I think it's a waste of money in this sense for the time being, considering there is better things that we can get currently. Just kind of depends on what I want to go with. I'm probably going to go with a front. That's way up there. Mid front. Mid front. Yeah. With that, and then we'll change that one to that. So my back two are going to be med kits, and my front one's going to be extinguisher. I think that's a parachute or a dinghy. I don't know. I've never tried it. I've never used it. It's just kind of there. I never felt like going into depth about it, so I was like, whatever. It's probably useful, but I haven't used it. And I probably won't, just because the other two are so useful. You also have enemy fighters. Enemy ace fighters that you get bounties for if you kill them while they're out and about. Right now we don't have any up in the air. If you do, it'll usually be like a red circle instead of a green one. Greens are usually low risk. Blue, I believe, are medium, and then red are high. And most of the time, if they're high risk, you'll have an ace. We're gonna go for enemy airfield's always a fun one because they have a lot of firepower. Usually you'll get a extra little thing here. So this, I like having a little bit of upper view on it, upper angle, just so I can kind of look around. Because otherwise, the way you're looking at this game is like this, because you're looking up at fighters, and so then you have this lower view, and you can't see anything on the ground, and it's annoying. That's crap, but that's besides the point. So yeah, abort, emergency land, and bailout. You also have target altitude. So my dude's currently he's kind of hanging around this low area. You could also go to medium and high altitudes if you're trying to get away from fighters. I've learned though that they can still track you even if you're at high altitude. Medium altitude, not all fighters can keep up with you, but some still can keep up and shoot you, which kind of sucks. So just kind of one of those things. Also, if I don't freaking see them right away, like how I saw those green dots, they also have a radar down here that'll show me, and it'll actually ping them every single time. That way I know where these fighters are. I think it's a really cool art scheme though, how like they have these little bullets flying off and doing things like that. The American guns, the only machine guns I've seen them that you're able to get is the 303s, this is what I'm currently running, and the 50 cals, and they go Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. I don't know if there's a Mark 4. And the thing about the United States Air Force pack for this game, which what this kind of mode is that freaking every single gunner is ammo belt fed, so they don't have to, in the normal part of this game, the non-DLC part, they literally have to run to an ammo crate from the plane, pick up ammo, and bring it back to the gun if you do not have a ammo box or belt feeder. That's what I meant to say. So alright, coming up on an objective. Also, one of these things that I always check when I'm about to bomb an objective is how many do I have to bomb. If it just says destroy, that means all of them. You just select all, let them loose. If it says 1 out of 3 or 4, I have to kind of be a little, I have to only use 1 or 2 bomb select sections. But the British version of these planes do not have the bomb section here in the middle. They're actually underneath the plane, so you can't actually see the bombs. So it's weird. They have it's a totally different plane. They don't have this weird little like ball gunner that they have, and like the freaking, God, now I'm blanking on this plane. I think it's B-17. I think it's a B-17 Flying Fortress, but don't quote me. It would be cool if you could like buy planes. As far as I know, you can't buy planes. You can't like go grab like a B-29 and freaking have like 4 guns, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and then have like guys on those sides and 1 in the rear. And right now we can't really do anything about like focusing fire or anything like that, but eventually we'll be able to. Oh, we can. Oh, I didn't know that. So you can press that focus button and it'll make them like a lot more accurate. So that's good to use. Eventually we'll also be able to mark our own heading. So if we see like all these red circles, which mean flak, we could actually steer around it and not have to fly through this crap. But we don't have that yet. And we can zoom out and see where we are currently. So all good still? Okay, yeah, we are. I just saw someone up over here. I thought, yeah, there it is. We'll probably stream tomorrow. I got some Halo footage that I gotta edit and post, but I just freaking been in a weird state and I haven't really done much. So I'm gonna do that and make a thumbnail for that. That's fine. That'll probably be next week's videos and things. We'll probably just do a lot of live streams this week. Me and Corey just got this new game Eco though, and we're trying to figure out how to play it. Currently, he's hosting, but like every single time I'm in the game, no matter if one of us is, who's injured a lot. See, so Matthews is injured a lot, so we can send him either by just pressing F, or actually clicking on it, send him to like this little med bay where he'll heal up. And you can send your pilot. So if your pilot dies, you do have to replace him, and it will not like tell you like, holy crap, your pilot has died, you need to get someone in there. It'll just kind of like your plane will start to kind of float off course, and if you don't notice it, you will crash. And it has happened to me because I just have been so busy marking fighters or something. It's bad. I always like how like it looks like there's like bullet holes in like the freaking tail and the back and everything like that. And another cool aspect of this game is you can add armor to like the side of the planes. So like eventually, once we get enough experience, we can actually armor up the rears and the wings and things like that, protect our fuel tanks and our other things. The engineer, actually, his main purpose is to sit here and do fuel mixture and also fuel transfer. So if one of your fuel tanks leak a lot, it's going to make it harder for your right engines to actually do things. Yeah, I forgot to put out the landing gear, so he's going to have to go around. Luckily we have plenty of fuel, and luckily I have a fast forward button. And where's my boost? Make it really quick. Matthews can go back to his gun back here. The one thing that's weird is this game starts out, if I press the left arrow, I go to the front of the plane. It's inverted for the arrow keys, which is weird. So yeah, currently Corey's posting an eco, and every like 5 to 10 minutes, my game will all of a sudden just be like, you've been disconnected. And I'm able to join back within like a minute, if that. So it's not like a big deal, but it's annoying. So you'll probably see that tomorrow. I might stream, or I'll probably stream, and Corey may stream. I don't know about him. So, oh, also, British planes. They get 20 mils, which are freaking nice. It's not though, because he also hosts the Halo, and he's hosted a lot of things recently. And I haven't had issues in any other game. So I honestly don't know what it is. See, this thing's heavy. That's also something that's going to protect him. Also, I go do the toughened leather gloves, even though it doesn't do the keep them warm. You only need them to keep them warm if they're going up really high in the sky, but I'm not. Kind of keeping us low. So the flak helmet weighs the same. We'll probably throw a flak helmet on the other dude then. We'll equip that on him. You are getting the flak helmet. And they can, like this is the American, so like you can put the shades on everybody. You think bad Wi-Fi? I don't know. Currently he's hosting, so it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. We'll get that guy, that. Get that on him. On him. Funny thing about this game is that each gun kinda is, I don't know if it's, yeah. So Mark II of the 303s times 2, right? 2,000 here, but the tail turret, that is what it is. Even if it's the tail turret, it costs more because I'm going to use this gun more because it's more in a prime position. But then things like waist guns, since there's only one, it costs a lot less. Which makes sense. I can now upgrade the electrical system so it fails less. Which is nice, but not really doing that. We'll go with the aluminum. I always like the aluminum. Makes it look kind of like original. Yeah. Yeah, look like a freaking P-51 for some random reason. I'm not gonna do those. Oh, I didn't do all the liveries. So now it's gonna complain about it until I'm done. There. Yeah, you can also get inflatable dinghies, and you can also get a pigeon to help your chance of when you crash. For the people to actually come back. Instead of being MIA and or dead. You can see the armored fuselages here. How you protect the wings, tail, main, rear, mid, front, and nose. Which is kind of cool. Now I also have 2 equipment racks. I'll probably just get another 1 though. We'll do... See, this is where Thomas is gonna get freaking... Thomas doesn't know where to put junk. Probably do that. Because really, the electrical box is about the only thing that'll catch fire in the tail. The mid, the freaking engines will catch fire a lot. Front, not too much. Mid front. Front, you might have some sort of electrical fire. That's about it. We'll do... I kind of like the Coastal Patrol, just because it's kind of a simple mission. It's not too terrible. I was also, funny enough, having trouble starting this stream today, and I couldn't figure out why, and then I freaking found out that NVIDIA freaking released a graphics driver update. And as soon as I freaking downloaded that, it started right up. So... I don't know. It is. It's literally just glass, and it's just this dude just chilling up here with a little. He's got a little bomb scope with a bombing computer, so he sets his altitude and their speed. And that's how they used to do it back in the days. They'll set altitude and speed, and it'll actually adjust where the targeter is, so he can drop the bombs more accurately. And that's how they used to do it. They used to do mid to high bombing that way, with that kind of technology. But they were told, like, to frickin' not ever let anybody ever, like, see that, because, like, Germans found out that they were using computers on, like, planes. And they were, like, very simple computers. They weren't like, you know, frickin' computers back in the day that were just massive and you had to have a whole freaking building just for one. They were extremely simple. And this is where we're gonna get a ton of flack, but can't really do too much about it. And I never understood this game with like oh yeah, we want you to just take pictures, but don't drop bombs if you have bombs. Because I have bombs, I just don't drop them. What would happen? We'll turn around, we'll bomb this guy right here. See what the game thinks. Open the door. So I can just take him out. Well, that's nice. I could have taken all those guys out. We got a freaking O2 problem. Which O2 problems aren't really that bad at low altitude. They're more issues when you get up higher. Missiles. Over here. Walker. Get up. Now also having an electrical issue, which is actually worse. If the electrical issue continues, the radar will be out. Which then means I have to spot my eye. That's not as fun and or as efficient. Where'd that guy go? Where'd that guy go? They kind of fly in squadrons, so it's somewhat easy to kind of like, as long as you get one, you get them all. Turn back around because we need to technically stay in the AO. Here's actually, this guy's dangerous. Only because he's got a gunner on the bottom of him that'll shoot up. So he's able to just sit right under my plane and shoot at me from the bottom. Yeah. Get up. No. Stand that. You. Come up here. Alright, everybody's been cleared. We can now turn around whenever it gives me the chance. I would not like being at this altitude more than anything, just because flak is also based on height and speed, and they'll run calculation to where they will make basically precise clusters on where you are going to be, so they'll fire it to lead you. And so, not really my favorite thing. Actually, you can stay up there, dog. You can sit there. Let's get a boost. Get us there a little quicker. So... Corkscrew's insane though. This dude's like freaking does all this weird maneuvers just to maneuver or outmaneuver fighters, but it is what it is. That's how he does it. Also, yes, that is the only way to move the camera up and down is to go into this little scope. Otherwise, I'm stuck there and I can't do anything else because for some reason the up key zooms in and the bottom key zooms out. Makes plenty of sense. I do think that the mouse may be able to do it, but like, I don't remember what button it is. Hey, look, mid-altitude photos. So now I can take out mid-altitude photos, so I don't have to be really low. They're not as good, but they'll accept them now. Hold on, what are you? You're the mechanic. Mechanic is pilot, because this is the only dude who actually gets the option as being a pilot as a secondary skill. Everybody else doesn't get that option. It's weird. These guys get to be... Shoot. It goes radio operator. Yeah, how's Phoenix's streams going? First aid. I know Phoenix has been trying to get through Persona, so freaking... That is not what I wanted. Wow. Look at that. I tried changing something so I made sure that I could actually see all your chats, just in case it wasn't. And I almost freaking launched a totally separate game. It's another fun game though, not gonna lie. Oh, now I can get the armor fuselages, and these, the nice thing about these is they're freaking cheap. Been playing a shark game. I know there is a shark game on Steam that I think just came out. I didn't know if it was multiplayer or not because I didn't really look too much into it. But we'll get some heavier armor on that glass next time. We get a little more money. All this adds weight though, and our weight is only brought up by engines, so we have to get better engines to get better weight limits. So, interesting. So there's enemy ace. I have to go kill that guy, or we can go do a defend an allied ship. Which I think we're going to go kill that guy, because the enemy damage is down for one more mission. Yeah, I think that's the game, because it also came out... Yeah, it came out on PS4 and PC. Huh. Alright, this is the big mission. This will probably be the last one. Unfortunately, because freaking starting to feel a little bit sleepy. He beat Maneater. That's pretty good. So now there's an ace pilot, so basically I have to be on my A game, which is fine. This guy's currently gonna sit. Actually, you're gonna stay there because we have to bomb a frickin' thing. I kind of love the stupidly large helmet that sits inside this, like, inside each one of these little windows. This guy's got a little smaller helmet, but this guy's got a stupidly large helmet. Ooh, enemy planes. Where? Hard to see. We're joining an assault to go freaking screw up this dude. I freaking hope, dog. Because I was pushing up this mission in my last playthrough for like a long time, and I got my guns upgraded, and like the whole plane was upgraded. I didn't have 4. Funny enough, I only kept the back 2 slots for junk. I didn't do 4. I think I probably should have, but that's what this playthrough's all about. Lots of enemies. Okay, so I do, if I click right now, so I can kind of drag around. Which is a little better. I don't think it's as responsive as the keys, but that's alright. Artillery, right? Yeah, focus. Guys are off my tail. The one thing I learned about this game is that you want to take your time, like going through these missions. The first mission I think is alright to rush, but the second one is not. Because I tried to do that on the British side, and oh my god, I completed the mission, but I got screwed up. I like lost all my crew because I ended up freaking crashing on the way back from an ace pilot. Oh, there's the person I think I have to defend, which is alright. Actually, there's 2 of them, which I'll just follow this guy on the left. I guess he's in the middle. Some big old battleships. Looks like maybe destroyers. This guy's a battleship. This guy's a battleship. That guy looks like a battleship. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, okay. So now I have to be on my A game because I have to destroy these subs before they launch their things. And it's kind of tough because these guys kind of go fast. Like that guy's going to launch one in 14 seconds, but this guy's also going to launch one here soon. And then I also have to fight fighters, which is another freaking wonderful thing. That's how this game goes from freaking 0 to 100 real quick. If you look, half an hour, bombs in the center. At the end of this, I'll probably not have any. That's fine. And drop. Switch. And I missed on that guy. Ow. There we go. Around. This is the last bombs I got. As you can see, this right side. This carrier is getting jacked up, which is how it's supposed to be. I'm amazed they don't have as many fires as I think they should have. But that is what it is. We got a photo opportunity over here. I'm gonna do that. Close up the doors. There's the enemy fighters, and we got some in front. Try to get as soon as I can. Where are they? Well, that's that thing. Okay. Gosh darn it, it's a sub, and he freaking went under the water. Little punk. Look at him. Thinks he's so slick. Let me turn around. Oh, there's the ace. No. Trying to mark an ace, not the freaking everything else. Gosh, sakes. Take over. Mark that dude. No. Alright. Now if I kill this ace, I get like an extra $5 grand, which is always nice. I've just lost sight on him. I'm getting shot the crap out of. Alright, Walker, how about go there, close up, in there. Freaking put out that fire. So we used our little fire system to get that done. So that engine is damaged a little, but it's still able to run, and the fire's out, which is good. And that carrier is extremely fast for some reason. But okay. How's everybody doing? Pretty good. That guy just got sniped the crap out of. So that guy. See a lot of lights. Do we have a those lights usually mean flak, which is fine. It's not too bad. If it gets too bad, we'll just go high altitude. We might raise up anyways. We'll go medium altitude. We'll get air up here a little bit. That way we kind of climb out of it slowly. Yeah, it's at low altitude. So we're trying to just kind of keep on out of it. So as you see, they are very much not happy with me. Where's this dude? This dude's right there. Alright, we'll try to kill him. Actually, I'll stay out here to kill him. Go that direction. That's my custom heading. I'm just gonna kind of chill out here. And we got plenty of fuel, I believe. Yeah. Wow, we almost killed that dude. This guy's gonna get me today. I don't even want to risk it. He's perfect. We'll walk him back here and do the inside. We're jacking him up. We're jacking him up. That's good. Now I'm gonna flip back. Just gotta kind of keep your ass up here. Just so we can kill this dude, because this dude gives us a lot of money. Has some corkscrews, freaking barrel rolls. He's doing barrel rolls, not corkscrews. He's doing barrel rolls. Which one needs to be a little bit more accurate, but engine's on fire, that's good. Quarter, yeah, grab it, put it back in again. Got that. Got the engine fire. Now I get to see firsthand this dude climb out of the plane, go ahead and put it out of fire. That's how it works, obviously. Get inside. Get back inside. Get that. Gosh! Little punk. Come back here. Oh, he's gone already. He just outburned my freaking guns. He leaves every... He did this last time with me. He freaking leaves every single time. He gets like extremely low health. One of these times I'm just gonna have to freaking kill him. I'm kind of happy, though, with this stream, because this is the first stream I'm using with this, other than the Halo one. But the Halo one, it was still screwed up because it wasn't picking up my audio. I found that out. I was very happy about that, but that's alright. Also, it is nighttime, and as you can see here, this guy is cold, because we're at a higher altitude. So I'll probably go ahead and emergency dive to a low altitude, just because, why not? It's fun. It's the fast way to get to low altitude. It uses up a crap ton of fuel, but we got plenty. And boost us on back. Yeah, we got 7 fuels left. We have 7 minutes of fuel left if we are using boost constantly. But we're not going to. It's just not going to happen. Alright. We are in sight for that. We're going to lower this while my freaking things go haywire. I'll go fix that. Junk's already out, so we don't have to really worry. This guy's going to work on it though. See if we can fix it before we get on the ground. Doesn't really affect anything, but if we were able to, helps. And there we go. This guy's going to go sit down though. Sit down. What if I could have him on the wing? Let's have him on the wing. Get on the wing. Get on the wing. Fast. On the wing while landing. This dude dope. You're just chilling. Mission results. Lots of money. He survives. But a lot of junk. We'll probably do our upgrades, and then I'll probably save and exit the game and end the stream. Yeah, I knew there was going to be a new crew here, but that's fine. Headgear, what are we at now? Yeah, that's not happening. Vests. That's also not happening just because it's not nearly as good as this junk, which kind of should be the thing if I'm going to use anything. Alright, aircraft. Livery, new base paint, which would be normal thread trim, nose art, no flames. I feel like it's bad luck to put flames on the wing, or on the engines. It's almost like you're predicting something. Engines. See, now we can upgrade to a standard Mark II, which would give us more armor for the engine, so it's less likely to catch fire, and also would give us a 500 weight increase. Or we can go Armored Engine 1, which would then add 150 pounds. So it's a less negative 150 pounds weight increase and 200% or 200 plus armor. Basically, it's as strong as the standard Mark II, except it doesn't cost as much, as you can see. But it's kind of stupid in that sense, because at that point you shouldn't have to worry about it. We're still 1,000 under. I'm not too worried about it. Radar Mark II. It's quite a bit of money. Those we get 2 extinguishers then. We don't just get 1. I did say I was going to do armor. I'll get some armor. We'll get a homing pigeon. We'll also get a dinghy. That way our plane is most likely to survive if it lands in the ocean. System. Too much. Too much. Too much. Too much. Oh, that fixed my O2 tank problem. Oh, don't fuel. If fuel leaks, dude, sucks so much. I swear to God, I hate them. Alright. Quick menu. Save and quit. Well, Blue and whoever else may watch this in the future, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I gotta freaking stop the stream when I say peace.